Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day to everyone. My name is Hazimiti Safian, Women's number 281877, majoring in Bachelor of Risk Management and Insurance. Before we proceed with the content, I would like to tell you the purpose and the scope of the presentation. The purpose of the presentation is to explore and analyze the event-based industry, including the challenges and opportunities that exist in the field. Meanwhile, for the scope of the presentation is focusing on the event-based business, that is convention center. Now let's go to the surface of the content. Firstly, we would like to know what is event space. Event space is a place where a memorable occasion or event can be held. The space can range from small private banquet halls to large spacious convention center. Selecting the proper space is an important step for the success of an event, as the space can greatly affect the atmospheres and overall experience of the event. The cost of renting an event is very dependently on a few aspects, such as the location, size, and amenities of the space. Some event space may charge an hourly rate, while others may offer a flat rate for the entire event. Additional services such as catering, audiovisual equipment, and even staff are required to be paid. It is crucial to carefully review the terms and conditions of the event space rental agreements and to ask for a detailed breakdown for all the costs before making any bookings. Now let's focus on the scope of the presentation. That is the convention center. Convention center is a large building designed to hold a convention where individuals and groups gather together to promote and share common interests. This space typically offers sufficient floor area to accommodate several thousand attendees. It is very suitable for major trade shows or also known as exhibitions hall. Now, I would like to tell you the history of convention center. The original convention center or hall are castles and palace. Originally, a hall in a castle was designed to allow a large group of lords, knights, and government officials to attend important meetings with the king. A more ancient tradition would have the king decide the dispute among his people. These administrative actions are done in the great hall and exhibit the wisdom of the king as a judge to the general population. Now let's move to the trend of convention center. The trend of convention center after a pandemic is challenging. The industry currently is in the phase of reactivation and recovery. The pace varies significantly around the globe. In the middle of 2021, some centers are still essentially closed or partially open and operating under significant attendance capacity restriction. This is a difficult period for the convention center around the world, and it has been a very severe time for the industry without modern era comparison on such a global scale. From 2022 to 2024 and beyond, the perspective for the industry is potentially strong. At the same time, the digital investment designed by the center and the perspective that the local corporate event will be the growth engine over the year give the sign that the future industry will appear different compared to the pre-pandemic era. Convention centers are required to stay agile to adapt quickly to rapidly changing circumstances. This slide shows the key factors that contribute to the success of convention center. The first one we have make flexibility a priority. Flexibility is key to successful convention center. The best kind of space is an open space with flexible seating, ideally on caster. The space can have people move around and have many different room sets. Second one we have centers are an extension of the destination. To be relevant in the 21st century, convention center must capture the spirit of the destination. The third one we have art and creativity move front and center. Part of the movement to make convention center more destination-oriented has been a trend to a public art display as part of their design. Next, we have public areas for public discourse. It was predictable that people look for areas to network. The specialty food and beverage area are also playing a crucial role when attendees can mingle informally or even engage in organized activities. Last but not least, convention center must be healthy and stimulating. Not only does the environment in a convention center need to be nurturing, but it also need to be helpful as well. Lighting, air temperature, and air quality must be optimal. Now it's time to discuss the challenge and solution for the convention center. The first one is to gain competitive advantage. New convention center seems to be springing out like mushrooms. Customers have plenty of different choice and get to select and choose the venue that fit their detailed needs for a particular event. It also means that customers have more bargaining power than they used to, as they will simply choose another venue if their needs are not met. Those convention center must differentiate themselves on the market and make sure that they are stand out compared to their competitors. Second one, adapt to customers' needs. Some customer demand are old and well known, and some are brand new. Especially adapting to new technology option might be challenging for some venues. People are used to technology and they expect the company to come up with solutions that let them focus completely on their event drivers. Those convention centers need to adapt to both these needs and medium. Thirdly, underline role in community. Collaborate with the surrounding. Education, networking, and destination combined are the top three drivers for the decision to attend an event. If the event-based business collaborate with local enterprise and focus more on destination branding, it shows that the business play a broader role in supporting the community. This could strengthen the value with the attractiveness of the destination. Come together with the challenge, there is also opportunities for the convention center. The first one is space. When it is linked to functionality, the majority of convention center buildings are designed with a single tenant in mind, no matter how many people use them. A convention center varies as its occupants change daily with age demanding and specific requirements. Secondly, digital. The integration of the physical and the digital has long been discussed but has truly taken hold during the past decade. Architecture has always helped in pushing technology as at its very core. It is an industry concerned with pushing boundaries. Third one, we have multi-experience. The shift toward a more user-focused design underpin a more interactive conference experience that is increasingly commonplace. This interaction will be the new currency at the conventions going forward at the multi-experience venue will be the new convention typology. There are many convention centers available in Malaysia to hold an event. As shown to you, this is the example of convention center that have been picked that are Rex KL, Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, or also known as KLCC, and Putrajaya International Convention Center. This three convention center is listed as the top 10 most big convention center to hold an event. Let's switch to the conclusion. The conclusion that summarizes the key finding is convention center is a very special place to hold an event, especially an exhibition, where people can gather to share their knowledge and common interests. These businesses are also affected by the pandemic and are in the phase of climbing up and recover their business. And it is expected that starting from the year 2022, the industry perspective is potentially strong compared to before. With the technology advancement growing rapidly, convention centers require to stay agile and follow the trend to ensure that they can adapt quickly to the changing circumstances. Convention centers have multiple key factors that contribute to the success of their business and make them different from other event space businesses such as banquet halls, restaurants, hotels, stadiums, and many more. Every business establishment will bring their challenges and it requires them to come up with the solution to make sure that they are more outstanding compared to their competitors. It is recommended that every convention center businesses need to enhance its strategies and grab every opportunity that is served in front of them in ensuring that it can sustain itself in the long run. We have come to the end of my presentation. Thank you for lending your ears and I really appreciate your time for listening to this presentation. Thank you.